let's cut to the chase. You know why you're here. I know why you're here. We both know you hate the graveyard. You just absolutely don't want your opponent to ever play anything from the graveyard. And in today's economy, that happens way too often. So we are going to be playing another graveyard, another discard removal deck. How we're going to accomplish this? We are going to do a turn 0 Leyline of the Void. Hopefully it'll be a turn 0 Leyline of the Void. As you'll see in this gameplay, it's very hard to accomplish that. And I played a lot of games like off camera and it just never went my way, but it's okay. We have backup plans and I'll tell you those in a moment. But anyways, we'll play the turn 0 Leyline of the Void, hopefully, followed up by a Thoughtseize or Inquisition of Kozilek to discard our opponent's favorite card to exile. And then we're gonna follow it up with a Burglar Rat and Liliana of the Veil to just keep that discard train rolling. Now, in terms of like creature-based decks, because it's either one of two things. You're either going to run into, hey, I'm reanimating from the graveyard, or I'm discarding a bunch of cards to the graveyard, and then they just don't interact with you. So Leyline just kind of hoses them immediately, and then you're just like, all right, cool, next game. But if they do stick around, they're probably aggro. And we've got Go for the Throat, we got Sheoldred's Edict, we got Murderous Rider, and Path of Peril to just eliminate any creatures off the board. Go for the Throat, Sheoldred's Edict, Murderous Rider, they're all single target removals, but the Path of Peril is more for those token-based strategies that go super wide. We'll never be able to cast the Cleave from this, just because I never put a Plains into this board particularly. But if you want to, you could splash in a Plains, and then you're all set to go in terms of casting that cleave cost for Path of Peril. But like I've said before, most of the time it's not really relevant because it is just like 2 CMC or less. But then you've got the Murderous Rider, you know, the other removal cards to get rid of the higher CMC. Even Liliana's -2 comes into play sometimes with that effect that you need. As far as breaking parity, we've got the One Ring, we got Sheoldred the Apocalypse, and we got Sign in Blood to draw more cards than our opponent, and hopefully we can steamroll them. The other thing is, like, we've got Hive the Eye Tyrant. If we don't get the Leyline down turn 1, we can start exiling later on in the game with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So we can get those cards that sneak by. Again, Castle Locthwain to break parity, and we've got a Field of Ruin to get rid of any of those pesky man lands or just like any utility lands that they might be running. So without further ado, let's get into some games and roll some opponents. All right, just like every first game of the day, we were gonna guess based off their avatar what they were playing. It's the Wandering Emperor. We're gonna be playing white-red Boros aggro. We'll be playing Boros aggro is what we're gonna be playing. In that case, Path of Peril actually makes sense, and the Thoughtseize also makes sense for that turn 1, since we're going first, and then we got Liliana of the Veil as a follow-up after the Path of Peril. Normally, what we want to do with this is we do want to mulligan for that Leyline of the Void, but like I said, it feels like we are going to be playing against some sort of like aggressive strategy. In that case, what I think I want to do is I want to just discard this. They will be able to deal 2 damage to any target with this Firebrand, but my hope is they go, okay, threat, and then I wipe the board with Path of Peril. All right, play another one, please. Play another one, okay. No, that's a little bit more than I can ask for, but this is fine. So even though our main strategy is like play Leyline, if you feel like you're going up against like an aggressive strategy, you do want to set up for this sort of a play. So the board is completely wiped. They're gonna play 1 threat. We can get rid of it with Liliana. That's kind of the game plan, just always with this deck. So, and since they didn't play a threat, now we can play out our Liliana. We will discard a land because when we get to 4 mana, we're like completely set for this deck. So now we're going to start breaking parity. We'll play the Sign in Blood with a Go for the Throat, because they're probably gonna, well, they won't play Gigantha, but they might play another like threat here. They are really taking their time to think through what it is. That's okay though. That's okay. Magic is a hard game. Please don't give it haste. Cool. In this case, what we will do, I think, yeah, we'll still make them discard a card.
I'm tired of your secrets.
We've got 2 Sign-In Bloods. There was a thought process where like I could have played Sign-In Blood plus the Go for the Throat here. I think my opponent is tilted. I would be too. I mean, like, the main strategy is to exile cards from the graveyard, but seeing as they are on the aggressive strategy, I think we did pick the correct line here. Now, I should have probably Sign in Blood, got 2 cards, discarded a land to Liliana, because then I have like Sign in Blood. I can really get the ball rolling. No, this is the kind of game that we're looking for. Our opponent just totally not feeling it today. Kablooey. Then we'll play the Sign in Blood. If we get a land off this, kind of feel a little silly, but we didn't. Okay, we can go. Okay, so they'll play out the Gigantha now. All right, we'll target them to sacrifice a creature. And then I think we do start on that Hive of the Eye Tyrant play. There was a thought process behind not doing it. Like maybe play out a Burglar Rat, so that we can play Sheoldred's Edict next turn, but we really can just like hose pretty much anything they do from this point forward. So they can't reanimate because that's not what red blue wants to do. So I'm pretty sure all we have to do is like get rid of spells and just smack them with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant every turn. Okay. So we can discard the Burglar Rat, and then we will go ahead and do this. Attack in, we're gonna get rid of the Reckless Fury. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. It's just that easy, folks. And we are just grinding them out of resources. Basically it. It's a done deal. Oh no! They have decided to draw more cards. And they're plotting. They're plotting against me. Well, there's the Leyline of the Void, but we really don't need it at this point.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
And we've got removal for his creature once it comes down. Is it gonna come down? We basically have to hold up interaction from this point forward because he could just out of nowhere burst us down. And that has happened to me before. I think they're gonna go for it. Okay. We'll let him play out whatever spell it is that he has here. All right. I think we will cast Swift End. Kablooey.
You chose the wrong day to cross me.
Sheoldred. Dun 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 dun. Nicobolas.
I'm tired of your secrets.
We want the targeted removal over the Sheoldred's Edict, just in case he makes like tokens. We want to be able to shoot off whatever the like main strategy would be. Not main strategy, but the main card. So
it's no fun when they hit back.
We'll play out the Murderous Rider because we do need to be gaining some life here. So the game plan now is if he plays a creature, we can play the Murderous Rider, or the Swift End. Reading the card explains the card. Swift End version of the card, the adventure side of the card, if you will. Hello. Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. This guy got another one of the, what is it? Flame of Honor? Maybe he's got that in hand. Our opponent really trying to decide what they want to do here. I think we're too low to actually tap. I don't want to accidentally get into range. And even though like we only have one counter and like the Murderous Rider does offset it, I still don't want to get like anywhere near like the life total necessary for that sort of an exchange. But now we will start the removal process of all of his fun spells in the graveyard. And we do have enough mana for Sheoldred's Edict to be up at the same time. So this is a completely safe strategy here. We will just play out a Sheoldred's Edict. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Hopefully we get a land here. Normally I wouldn't be saying hopefully we get a land. I think we're at a point now where we can play this out.
Dominaria's shadows like me.
And we'll even tap once. There's a land. Now we can uptick Sheoldred. Or not Sheoldred, Liliana. What am I talking about?
We all have things we'd rather.
Yeah. And then he is dead next turn. No matter what. Like he has to play some sort of a threat. He can't produce it. All right. We beat aggro. That is half of what this deck wants to do. The other half has yet to be revealed. Stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more is definitely a cringe way to sign off of that game. I apologize for everybody who had to experience that. We have the Leyline of the Void. Although we don't have like a solid... Oh gosh. He's got Leyline of the Guild Pact. That's a better Leyline than mine. What are we gonna do here? He's gonna be able to produce like a crap ton of mana very, very quickly. Oh yeah, I know exactly what this guy's on. He's on that grind set, the Grusset. These are both forests, so like my Field of Ruin doesn't really do much here. However, we are going to get rid of one Sheoldred.
Drop it.
Because the possibility of him dropping like a Nykthos is very high, and we want to be able to get rid of it with Field of Ruin. So but we will just play like Sheoldred. Oh gosh. Yeah, we'll play Field of Ruin, make him sacrifice a creature. That'll be this one.
One of your friends has to leave.
Play the Sheoldred. So this is just like big green dumb stuff is essentially what he's doing. And potentially we could be in a like dangerous spot here in a few turns. But we'll just grind him out of resources hopefully before that becomes a problem. I can't believe this is 3 green pips. Like who designed these cards? Wizards, I need answers. We'll make him discard 2 cards here. This is why the Burglar Rat is really nice, because we can get rid of multiple cards per turn. Wait, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Oh, dude, you made a huge mistake. You made a huge error. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a great time. You have 1 card left, sir. What is this? We will swing in here, so because even if he has haste, we have the Burglar Rat to block whatever he's doing. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe we actually made that happen. Like, I literally built this deck this morning, and then I tuned it a little bit, and now it's just like rolling over everything. This is crazy. I mean, it's not super crazy that I'm winning because I'm just making them discard their win conditions, but it's kind of insane. Just a wee bit. Okay, so our plan is to just lay down 1 Leyline of the Void here, because putting down 2 would be kind of overkill, and we also need some discard fodder for Liliana of the Veil. Okay, so we are up against the like discard strategy. And now that I see this Boseiju, I kind of feel stupid about my claim. This is the exact deck that we're trying to go up against. Ooh, please put your win conditions into the graveyard and then look at Leyline of the Void. That would be superb. Do it. Do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Put it straight into the grave. Oh, now he's looking at it. He's looking at it. He's like, oh, crap. Oh, I can't believe I did that. He's like, oh my gosh. Oh, my whole plan has gone to ruin. Okay, well, yeah, it's a good thing that we can see this Boseiju, because definitely we need to keep this other Leyline in our hand. So we're gonna actually throw away Sheoldred's Edict, however crazy that is, because once we get to 4 mana, we need to be able to stop him from putting Omniscience in the graveyard. He's just done. He just checked out. He's like, my whole strategy was in the graveyard. I have no way to interact. You do. You have this card. This card isn't just a land, buddy. It isn't just a land. You can actually channel it. I don't know what this land, this might not have been a land. He might have had to play this, but then like he can't do the Boseiju. Like he has to play it as his land for turn, so I totally get it, but GG's. That was such a satisfying ending to that last game. I am so proud of what just transpired. Now, even though that was a graveyard-based deck, most of the time we're going to be going up against aggro, and this is a good hand against aggro. And we're on the play, so it just makes it even better. We do that turn 1 Thoughtseize. Yep, this is an aggressive strategy for sure. Honestly, I want to just get rid of Fail of the Mirror Breaker. Like having the double Goblin Bombardment, I'm like, I don't want to get rid of either of those. We will go ahead and Sign in Blood here to break that parity. Yep, he's got Amped Raptor. Potentially into... All right. All of the energy. I like the old border on that. That actually looks pretty dope. So here's the thing. I've got Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek. Oh gosh, dude. Flage, are you kidding me? Well, let's put it into the graveyard for now. Won't be able to cast it. Then I think this is just 2 CMC or less. I think what we'll do is we will make him get rid of a Goblin Bombardment. I know we're kind of juicing up the graveyard. Maybe there was a point to not doing that. We'll trick him. We're gonna trick him here. Okay, that didn't trick him. I was like, I could take 1 damage or I could take 2 damage. Actually, that would have been good on his part because now, oh, okay. Well, now we know what the Sheoldred Edict is going to be used for. We got to get rid of that Ajani. So I think it's going to be Murderous Rider plus the Sheoldred's Edict here. Get rid of the Planeswalker. I did want to get rid of the Flage, but that's just not going to happen. Looking a little silly now. Interesting. Is this a land? No, it's not. Oh gosh. That 6/6 is gonna go right over my head, and the Murderous Rider is going away. Gosh. I think this is, no, is it GG's? Not quite. Well, it is basically with the Ocelot in hand, so we will just concede this game. Yeah, because they can play Ocelot, and there's enough damage here, just to show you guys what was going on. So he goes sack, sack, sack. That's 3 damage to face. He plays Ocelot, and then I'm just dead. I can't even respond to it because Goblin Bombardment. So we should have gotten rid of both Goblin Bombardments earlier on. Hindsight's 2020. Unless you're wearing contacts, then it's 40-20. Okay, this looks like a bait. This hand looks like a bait with the Leyline in hand, but we only have 1 land. Part of me wants to just go in on it, but I have to be responsible and mulligan this. Okay, we got 2 lands and the 2 One Rings. As long as he's not a graveyard strategy, I'm not sad. Like I said, most decks on ladder are gonna be Boros. They're gonna be some sort of aggressive Boros strategy. This looks no different. Okay, so he's on that combo game plan. I kind of want to just get rid of Soul Warden to avoid him infinite, like going infinite anytime soon. But I think Sheoldred's Edicts make more sense here. Yeah, we got 3 of them. It's not targeted removal. So, okay, so potentially he has combo in hand. I don't know why you wouldn't. Well, I guess I understand why you wouldn't get rid of Soul Warden, but you've got a 3/3 beater, just like punching face. That's like sometimes better than having the Soul Warden. Yeah. Well, we can do some insight. Insight check, please. Okay. You were on that combo game plan. Again, I think we'll just do Sheoldred's Edict here. He's probably gonna get rid of Voice of the Blessed, which is what I want to get rid of anyways. Like I want to avoid as much like damage to my face as possible. So our opponent just deciding what they want to do, or maybe not. Maybe they're just vibing. They're like, I gotta play against mono black again. Come on, this is so annoying. So we're just looking for our next land drop, and then we'll do One Ring. As long as, well, maybe we should just get rid of, because he could have Collected Company now. Maybe we should just get rid of the Soul Warden just so he can't Coco and like get a victory out of nowhere. Yeah, that's the responsible play. That's what we will do. I think we'll... I want to do it like this, actually. Now we have a repeatable way of, like...
This is my home, and
making him discard.
I've always hated crowds.
Because one thing that, like, the Collected Company combo has that's, like, really tough is when your opponent is able to just like make you discard, 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 then you're basically just top decking for the rest of the game.
Outsmarting me.
So this guy is going to be top decking for sure. Discard. Now we just have to go over the throat. This list usually doesn't have artifacts, so we should be fine. Oh.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
I will take my zombies and leave. Okay. Take this turn to put a One Ring down. And hopefully he can't like steamroll us. We got a Soul Warden. We can get rid of the Soul Warden for sure. And attacking does nothing for our opponent, so don't know why they're deciding to do this. Ooh. Ooh, I really want to play this right now. But that is not the responsible thing to do in this situation. The responsible thing is to get rid of this Soul Warden so he can't Coco and then win the game. Prosperous Innkeeper is the same deal. Want to avoid that. We also want to avoid just getting like rolled here. I think what we'll do is we're gonna activate a Hive Tyrant on his turn, and then we can also do like One Ring on his turn. So multiple different wait, is this just infinite? No, it's not infinite yet. He has to be able to get like +1/+1 counters. So yes, please attack with everything and not realize. He did realize. Okay, no problem. Get rid of. Oh shoot. Yeah, we need to get an answer stat here. So we will take some damage from the One Ring. Yeah, because he does have a combo. My gosh, dude. We have all of the ley lines except for one. We have one ley line missing. Yes, you can do your Basilisk. If you'd like to do your Basilisk, you can do that. Okay. We will draw some cards. We are putting counters on the One Ring, but I think that this is fine. Yep, you're gonna adapt. Cool. It's not infinite yet, but we are very close. Well, never mind. I was about to say we were very close to GG's here. I'm gonna just target him just to get this out of my hand. There is a case for that. Castle Locthwain. If we top deck it, we can draw more cards. So if he has, okay, that's not a Skyclave. Okay, cool. We are still around. We need to get rid of the Basilisk though. The Basilisk is like the big bad currently. There's also Liliana that we can just like -2 Liliana. But he does have the option to like delete it.
When you're telling me what you know about the Raven Man.
Tell me what you know about the Raven Man.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Gains life. I'll target myself with this. Please give me some target. Oh, we would have done the One Ring there. Would have been a different story. Yeah, we're just getting cards out of hand. Okay. Draw a bunch of cards. The One Ring at this point is like not an issue. So hopefully he tries to swing in here with like Liliana. No! Okay, good. This is bad, but this isn't as bad as it could have been. I think we will get rid of Voice of the Blessed first. Because it can get out of control really quickly, I think. Hello? Okay. I mean, he does gain life. Because Skyclave is leaving. But having another blocker, I think, is important, too. Okay. Gonna draw a ton of interaction here. I am dumbfounded. I have not gotten single target removal like in a minute. Come on, block with something. Please block with something. Nope. Okay. We'll go ahead and delete this. We're at 25 cards. It is crazy that we have not gotten the like removal spell that we're looking for. Absolutely nuts. Target me? Okay. We have found the answer, boys. It took us a minute, but we found it. I'm just impressed that we haven't died yet either. And we'll get rid of Leyline. Schwop, 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 schwop. Like oh my gosh, 2 back-to-back collected companies? No way he doesn't get an answer. Okay, he found an answer. Oh, we were 1 turn away. We were 1 turn away, dude. Oh my gosh, that was crazy drawing that many ley lines in a row. Unbelievable. Like there was a world where I should have just gone, I'm going to shoot that, I'm gonna shoot that Basilisk because it's just it's a combo nightmare. But like the other 2 were also like deadly. But yeah, if I could go replay that game, I would have gotten rid of the Basilisk. That was a misplay. All right. If it's aggro, we have a way to deal with it. If it's combo, brace for impact. Okay, it's Eldrazi. Chalice, get rid of that. Okay. We just need to hold on for dear life, and of course he gets an Uggin's Labyrinth. I mean, it's pretty certain that he's gonna get an Uggin's Labyrinth. Okay. We will hold back here because he's going to do Thoughtseize, which he will get a card from us, but we'll be able to get rid of the Thoughtseize for sure. He targets me. Now, if I draw something juicy here, that's the only problem. Thoughtseize, he's probably gonna want to get rid of Thoughtseize here. It makes sense. What you got going on? What you got in your Tupperware? The Burglar Rat. I see. Kablooey. Get rid of that. Okay, so we have an answer for Ulamog with Sheoldred's Edict. As long as he doesn't get rid of it anytime soon. Now, he could have just double land here, and this is a feels bad moment. Yep. Oops. Took 2 damage. It was intentional, I swear. But yeah, as long as he doesn't strip away Sheoldred's Edict here, we should be safe. And then we could always pick up like another Sheoldred's Edict or Liliana. Do we want to take more damage? Sure. Why not? Maybe we'll see. Just land. Land, say go. Yeah, basically he can just play out whatever important piece he has. We don't have a way to like strip it away. That's the card that we were like worried about. So, oh, we got double Sheoldred's Edict, fantastic. So when we get both of our lands exiled by Ulamog, we can still cast it. What the heck is this? Let's go to the end step and then get rid of it. 3 CMC or less. What is it, bucko? It's a land. Okay. Okay, cool. We got 2 lands here. We're a man with a plan. So when he goes to, okay. When he goes to remove my lands, like target them for exile, I'm going to tap them and then use it for Sheoldred's Edict. Are you kidding me? Thoughtseize again, dude. Unbelievable. Please give us something to, oh, okay. Well, that's something, but it's not gonna be enough. Please get rid of Liliana. Yes! Okay, cool. Sir. Do you know the Raven Man? Hits the field. We got the 2 black floating. Get out of here. All right, top deck city. Let's go. Let us go. Murderous Shaper, you got it, man. He's at 30 life, but we were both in top deck mode. Oh my gosh. This is not good for us. Basically, any big threat is like GG's. Well, not even any big threat. These Murderous Shapers are a problem, and they're above my limit here. So yeah, this is GG's from our opponent, who stripped away all of our fun. I can't believe it. We never got our like footing. That was the problem. Honestly, like, it's aggro all the time, right? We've got the turn 2 Sign in Blood. If it is combo for some reason, okay, it potentially is combo. It potentially is combo just because of the way it is. Oh, okay, so it might be aggro. It's one or the other. One or the other here. Go ahead and draw some cards. We have all of the lands. We are just able to discard them to Liliana, which is actually pretty okay with me. All right. And it is possible that Liliana gets rolled over here.
Right? And you think drop it?
But if she survives, this is huge for us. We'll get to see a glimpse into what kind of a deck he is here in a moment. Okay, so probably Curiosity or something. Like, he's Big Is It. That's what he's playing. He's playing Big Is It today. We'll go ahead and play the Thoughtseize. We're gonna get more information this way. Counter target spell. Okay. That is fine with me. I would have taken 2 damage either way.
We all have things we've
Yeah, we'll get rid of Path of Peril because it doesn't seem like he's on that like little tiny man strategy. Okay, what does this do? It's countering a target spell. Put it in an exile, then you may shuffle 4 cards from your graveyard into your library. So he is a graveyard deck. What the crap, dude? Well, anyway, we're at 4 lands, so we don't need any more. We can actually start dumping them.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I mean, there is something to be said about... Oh, he's putting that into the graveyard. So we could play this land out and then probably exile his best card, yeah? Let's see. We will get rid of the Ionize? Yeah, probably Ionize. Devious Cover-Up will be the next exile target. Den of the Bugbear is an issue, isn't it? Separate into 2 piles. We are nuking our Liliana, but we've got to stay ahead. Okay, keep your creature land and your castle Venturous, or get more mana. This is the question we were asking. We'll just cast One Ring. Oh, he could have a counterspell, right? Dang it! That's okay. That's okay. We're basically at parity with each other. Yeah, we'll keep these back in case he does play like some early game creature, or not early game creature. What are we talking about? Counterspell it. Do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to get counterspelled. Okay, we're just tink tank, just back and forth. All right. Let's go ahead and punch face, because it doesn't seem like he has answers to that. Make sure he can't, like, cast that from the graveyard. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he has an answer to a 3/3 beating him in the face. Just boom, 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 boom. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Counterspell this. Its controller mills 3 cards. Okay, that's fine. I didn't really want those cards anyway. I mean, you got counterspells for days, right? You just don't have a way to deal with this guy coming in and like beating you up. This is a really lame way to end the sesh. That is for sure a counterspell. Let's make him counter this. That's fine with me. Thoughtseize. Show me what's in your hand, bucko. Hit me with an Iron Eyes. What is this? For each spell or ability, counter it unless its controller pays 4. All right, I paid 4. What the heck? Oops, all Rowls. That's what we're playing today. Well, I've got the 2 Murderous Riders, so okay, he's going to play Rowl next turn. Oh, but if he plays Rowl, okay, equal to the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. How many instants and sorceries? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5, so he can kill my Sheoldred when it comes down. So what we'll do is we'll swing in. We'll get rid of these. It's a good thing we've been getting rid of them as we go. Also, if he plays this, can't we just...
Hope we get something good.
Can't we just swing at him? I don't think Rowl really does much in this scenario. Like there's the responsibility of like killing it, I suppose. Just so that it doesn't cause us issues later. Rowl's just gonna minus again, so let's make sure that he doesn't do that.
What would you risk to beat me?
Yeah, get rid of that.
Lesson learned. Time to choose. Always so exciting.
Oh, and then we can do, no matter what happens here, we can do Sheoldred, and then the next turn Hive the Eye Tyrant. Yeah. And we might as well just play out another one of these. Okay, we got 2 threats. He has to deal with both of them, which I don't think he can do. He can deal with like one of them, unless he has like, he does the sweeper plus like another removal piece. But again, Hive of the Eye Tyrant is lethal here. Yeah, this is GG's. Let's go. Somehow we got over the finish line on that one. Let's go to my favorite part, which is what I would do differently. All right, fair warning, this isn't my favorite part. I was a little verbose there for a second. My favorite part is when I play Leyline of the Void and then my opponent just concedes instantly because they're like, I'm a graveyard-based deck. I can't actually do anything from here. Yeah, against those cards like Persist, just any sort of like reanimate creatures from the graveyard, just completely hoses those strategies. We didn't run into a lot of them, but I was running into a fair bit of them this morning. It just seems like it's kind of like a seasonal thing, or maybe it's like a rank thing. People think that they can like cheese ladder by just like doing that strategy. So what would I actually do differently? it's really difficult with this style of a deck to say like, hey, let's cut this card and like let's add these cards. Like for instance, the Field of the Ruins. We could cut a swamp and we can add a third one. That way we have more to draw from. We could add another Castle Locthwain to break parity more often, more consistently. We could add another One Ring to be like more consistent. But really what I think is just like swapping out your removal spells. For instance, like Murderous Rider is great because it has the lifelink ability. After you've sent it on an adventure and brought it back, like you could start hitting face. And that really helps with offsetting the One Ring. Like when you start getting up there in counters, you want to be able to like go, okay, I'm going to stave off the damage from this like vantage point. And you could argue Sheoldred and the One Ring, those are your like main like payoffs. So like let's just get those rolling as quickly as possible. But honestly, I think that it comes down to like Go for the Throat and Sheoldred's Edict, just based off of what the meta is. I just find that Sheoldred's Edict has more versatility, although it doesn't target a specific permanent. Like just having the ability to go, hey, Planeswalker, gone. Planeswalker is gone, because you don't have a lot of board presence early on in this game, or with this deck. So you'll have that problem of like running into like, well, they just played a Planeswalker and I can't actually remove it from the board. As crazy as that sounds with all of like the discarding going on, it has happened before. So really it comes down to like Go for the Throat. Burglar Rat is also like kind of a meh card. So here's a card that I have been like swapping in and out of the deck. So Feed the Swarm has been good in the past, just because like not only does it single target, like it does target a permanent, but it also targets a creature and it targets an enchantment. The only downside is the life lost. So like if they play a like 4, 5, 6 mana enchantment, you're just gonna get hit for 6. And like since it's an enchantment, usually it's not going to be like beating you in the face. So you're just intentionally taking damage. So it is this kind of like trade-off where it's like, well, I get rid of the problematic permanent, but I also take a bunch of damage, which is why like I started adding the Go for the Throats instead, because I'm not gonna take damage. And most of the time it's aggro that I'm gonna be going against. So I want to just ping off the creature. I don't want to take any damage. So that's an option. Cut down is another one, because most of the creatures that you're going up against in aggro are going to be less than 5 power and toughness combined. That's an important note, is this is power and toughness combined is 5 or less. So it is a very like narrow niche card, but for 1 mana, it does the job. Another card I've been seeing go around is Heartless Act. It's very narrow, very niche. Destroy a target creature with no counters on it, or remove 3 counters from target creature. It's one of those cards that like, it feels bad when you go up against like +1/+1 style strategies, because then you just can't kill the creature. It basically says you have to like remove the counters before you can enact this. But if you want to increase your count of like destroy target spells, this is a good way of accomplishing that. The other thing to note is like Path of Peril. Path of Peril, we could just add 1 planes to the deck. Since we are searching with Field of Ruin, we can put that onto the field with Field of Ruin, since it is a basic. And then all of a sudden our 2 Path of Perils do destroy all creatures, full stop. Most of the time, like I've said in the gameplay, we're going to get to 4 CMC and then we're just going to cut it off there. But sometimes you just do get like a ton of mana and you're like, well, what do I do with this? Because I can't really do much. But you've got the One Ring, you can activate that. You can activate Castle Locthwain to kind of like sink your mana in and dig deeper into your deck. So it's kind of a tit for tat situation. You put 1 planes in and then you can activate it, or you can just always have all of your swamps available. So yeah, I don't think there's much else to talk about the deck. I hope you have fun. I will see you on ladder. and I'll also see you in the next video.